What is an affidavit of heirship, and how does it relate to small estate affidavit? Have you ever wondered how families navigate the tricky waters of inheritance when a loved one passes away? Today, we will discuss two important legal documents that help simplify this process: the Affidavit of Heirship and the Small Estate Affidavit. First, let's talk about the Affidavit of Heirship. This is a sworn legal document that identifies the heirs of someone who has died without a valid will. When there is no will, or if the will does not name all heirs, this affidavit becomes essential. It records the family members of the deceased, their relationships, and their rights to inherit the estate. This document is particularly helpful when it comes to real estate. It establishes who is legally entitled to inherit property and assets. However, it is important to note that the Affidavit of Heirship does not transfer ownership of the property by itself. Additional legal steps may be needed to complete that transfer. Now, let's move on to the Small Estate Affidavit. This is a different legal tool used in the probate process. It simplifies the transfer of assets when the total value of the estate is below a specific threshold set by state law. This means that heirs can claim the deceased assets without going through formal probate court proceedings, as long as the estate qualifies as a small estate. So, how do these two documents relate to each other? The Affidavit of Heirship is crucial because it establishes who the legal heirs are. This information is vital when dealing with an estate that lacks a will or has unclear heirship. The Small Estate Affidavit then uses that information to allow the heirs to claim and transfer the estate's assets without the need for formal probate, provided the estate meets the small estate criteria. In practice, an affidavit of heirship may support or accompany a small estate affidavit. It confirms the identities of the heirs, especially in cases where no will exists. Both affidavits work together to avoid lengthy probate procedures, providing legal evidence of heirship and simplifying the distribution of assets. From the perspective of estate planning, these affidavits are important tools that help facilitate the transfer of assets after someone passes away. They can reduce legal costs and delays, protect the rights of heirs, and ensure compliance with state laws regarding intestate succession and small estates. However, it is essential to prepare these documents carefully, often with legal assistance, to ensure they are accurate and legally sufficient. In summary, the Affidavit of Heirship identifies heirs when there is no will, while the Small Estate Affidavit enables heirs to claim and transfer small estates without formal probate. Together, they simplify estate administration when someone dies without a will and the estate qualifies as small.